Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of What We Eating. It's your girl Ava, and today's episode is going to be very simple, good side dish. You can actually make it a meal if you want to with cornbread, add ground meat to it, but I am making pinto beans. These are very simple, and I'm going to go ahead and show you. I've already got them washed. They're washed. I just rinse them with cold water really good. And I have them just soaking in my pot just for a little bit before I turn them on to start cooking. Pinto beans take a long time to cook, to get tender. So it's about 8:45 in the morning. And I'm going to let them slow cook pretty much all day until I get the rest of my dinner ready for our Sunday meal. But this is what I'll add to my pinto beans. I just have salt, pepper, garlic powder, ground cumin, and onion powder, and I'll also add bell pepper and onion to that, okay? And I shall return once I get started cooking these. All right, y'all. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is cut up my bell pepper and onion, and I'll probably use about half of this bell pepper, but I'm going to use this whole small onion here. So I'm just going to place that onion there, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut up some bell pepper here to go in my beans. I think that's enough right there. And I'm gonna get these seeds rinsed out because I don't want all those seeds in there. All right, so go ahead and get this bell pepper cut up into not really small pieces, but you know, small enough. You can do a rough chop if you want to. I know y'all hear my little one in the background as always. It's my little Jamal. And I also already turned on my beans. I have them at a 6.5 right now. And I'm going to bring those to a boil. And, you know, then we'll slow cook those beans all day. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be so good. I love me some good pinto beans. The only thing I'm not doing is adding ground meat to it today. Okay, I have that diced up, and then I'm going to get my onion cut up as well. All right, so now what I want to do is cut up my small onion here. Get that cut up. You can cut that up to whatever size you want. If you don't want to use onions in there, you don't have to use onions either. But I like the onions and bell pepper in my pinto beans. It just gives it that additional flavor. Plus, I love onions anyway. And some people aren't big on onions, but I am big on onion, bell pepper, garlic, all that good stuff. Okay, I think that's good right there. Just gonna add that to my bowl here with my bell pepper. Okay, so like I said, I have my stove on to about a 6.5, and it's already starting to smoke and cook. And all I want to do is just add my bell pepper and onion to this. Just add that on in there. Okay, and we'll just bring that to a boil. All right, y'all, so now that I have my beans to a boil, like I said, I put it up to an 8 so it can go ahead and start boiling. Now I'm going to bring it down to about a 5 or a 4 so it can go ahead and slow cook. And I just want to stir it just a little bit. You can see my bell pepper and onions are in there. And what I want to go ahead and do now, I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of garlic, already minced garlic. See that there? I just want to add that in there and let it cook with it so we can get that garlic flavor as well. Okay, then I'm going to let that cook some more, and then we'll add our seasonings once it starts to soften up just a little bit, but that'll be a little bit later. So we'll go ahead and just let that slow cook. And I'll put it down to about a 4. All right, y'all. So these have been boiling for about 30 minutes now. And like I said, I'm going to let this slow cook for some hours until they're good and tender. But I have some onion powder here. So I'm just going to add a little onion powder. And I'm not measuring. Just going to add some in here. You can always taste your food. If it's not enough, add more. But I'm just putting that in here. It's probably about, I'm just gonna roughly say 2-3 tablespoons. And I have some garlic powder here that I want to go ahead and add to that as well. And I have garlic in here and onion, but like I said, it just makes it taste a little better. Okay, so what I want to go ahead and do is add some cumin as well, just a little bit of cumin, not a whole lot. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and ground up some fresh black pepper. To add about a handful of salt. I don't want to add too much because I want to taste it as it goes. Okay, if I need to add a little bit more, then I'll add more. But taste it first before you add more because you don't want it too salty. Okay. And that's what they're looking like. And they smell so good. Okay. And we'll just let that cook. Cover that up. Uh-oh. I'm gonna knock the camera down. Alright, we'll cover that up and I shall return. Alright, y'all. So I started these pinto beans about 8:20 something this morning, almost 8:30. I think that's what it was. 8:25, somewhere around in there. Anyway, it's now 1 o'clock, a little bit after 1, and the beans have been cooking. You want to make sure you stir these occasionally, and if you have to add water to it, by all means do so, because you don't want them to just dry out or burn. And like I said, just taste it in case you have to add any more seasoning to it. But they are ready. Yep. Let's do a little close-up of it. They are good, tender, juicy. So that bell pepper, the onion, the garlic is in there. So we're just gonna place some in a bowl. And you can serve this with cornbread, whatever side dish you wanna serve it as, with, rather. And that just looks so good. Alright, you guys. Those beans are good. Look how good that looks. Side of cornbread. So we're about to put some on the grill. So we're gonna eat some of this on the grill. But I'm about to eat these right here by themselves because that's how good it is. Alright, I want to thank you guys. Please like and subscribe, share, and until next time, bye.